Yo,
What's up?
what's going on, man? Was it easy to click in?
It was very easy to click in.
All right, man. Just about it, making the moves. You ready to get it going?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the L7C Podcast. And today you got the usual me, Martin. And today we got the captain, the face of the L7C, Byron Mitchell, man. What's going on?
And not much, man. Just enjoying my Sunday.
And for those who don't know, since it's only the third episode, Byron is actually the face of the L7C. That he did not ask to be the face. We will be blatantly honest there, but we felt like this is the guy. He's the face of the company, our captain. Anytime we do everything, we say L7C, and Byron Mitchell's the leader.
You're right. I did not ask for it, but I humbly accept.
So today, me and Byron, I mean, we can talk about a lot of things, but the biggest thing we're going to talk about today is what happened yesterday with DC Fandome. Me and Byron, we keep up, especially with the Arrowverse. That's our biggest thing that we could talk about for years.
For sure.
And all of the movies and stuff, but we're just going to focus on Fandome. And I guess we'll start with Byron. Did you like Fandome? Did you like the idea and how they presented it?
I enjoyed Fandome. I think it was a good idea to do since, due to Corona, Comic-Con wasn't able to happen. So I like that they did something for the fans, to introduce the trailers for the upcoming projects they're working on. So I thought they did a very good job yesterday. I
think they did too. I mean, it was pretty easy. You just went on the site and you just watched it from there. The only thing I would have had is if they would have had it like on YouTube or like Twitch or something like that, so you could watch it just through an app instead of just generally having to go on the site.
Yeah, I thought they were going to stream it too, or like someone like IGN was going to live stream it, but it still works for me.
Right. I guess we'll just go through some of the big trailers. We won't hit on everything, but just the big ones. And how do you feel about them? What going forward? And I guess we'll just start with the first thing. The first one who was up was Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman first movie was a very great movie. So now they're upping it up for Wonder Woman 84. And you saw the trailer, as did I. What did you think about it?
I enjoyed the trailer. I was wondering, like, when they first announced it and that Kristen Stewart, or I can't think of her name, the actress who plays Cheetah. I like how they introduced her character in the trailer. It sounded kind of like the nerd character. Then she becomes the villain. And I was wondering if they're going to do, like, the full Cheetah, because, sometimes movies like to do different renditions of the character. And towards the end of the trailer, you do see that she does become full Cheetah. So I think that was a nice touch to show that, like, a little few seconds of her being the full Cheetah. But I overall enjoyed the trailer for Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, I liked it as well. I really feel like Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins are a perfect match for each other. Like a very good tag team. And the only things I'm interested with this trailer is, of course, the biggest thing. How is Chris Pine, Agent Trevor, how is he back? And
yes.
My second thing is this the event that made Wonder Woman go into exile until the events of Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice? Because she went into exile as in Justice League, where Bruce Wayne's asking, like, Superman's been a beacon, but where have you been? You've been around all this time and you just showed up.
Right.
So does Steve Trevor die again? So she dies twice and then she's like, yeah, I'm done with humanity. Like, those are my two biggest things. But I like the trailer. We got to see some Cheetah. I feel like that action sequence is going to be pretty intense. The final battle with her. And,
yeah. The way she grabs her mane and just slams her down and, like, rips the wings off. Perfect.
So then next we'll go into the second biggest one that came right after Wonder Woman. Man, WB Montreal, there's been all the rumors for years about them making a new Batman game. They're the group who made Arkham Origins. There was the rumors about a Damian Wayne game, all the playable Bat family. And finally we saw the trailer we know now is Gotham Knights. I mean, the way it started, man, it started explosive with Bruce Wayne saying, if you got this message, it means I'm dead. Like, whoa.
Heartbreaking.
And, like, you're seeing each member of the Bat family getting that message and seeing them react, and him saying that we can't even trust GCPD because Jim's dead. I'm like, so Batman and Gordon are both dead?
Chaos.
And then you saw the four of them suiting up. You saw them get to play. And then we know it's coming out sometime in 2021. And I know this was, I think, your favorite trailer of the night.
This one, as soon as I saw it, I immediately got chills.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably my number one trailer for the whole DC fandom. Because just the way they started off, like you said, just announcing Bruce Wayne, sending this message out to the Bat family. I'm dead, and you guys need to step up to protect the city. And from there, it's just... And the different characters, so you have Robin, Batgirl, Red Hood, and Nightwing. And the way they just introduce them in the trailer, like you see like how they fight, you know, the different weapons they have, you know, just Red Hood just shooting up the place. Just very excellent teaser trailer.
Yeah, and we found out later on, too, that there's going to be some co-op. It might have some RPG system into it that we're getting gear and able to upgrade basically our base of operation and our suits for the characters and like those type of things. Weapons. So it's just one of those things, like I know we're going to be on co-op during it.
Oh, for sure.
We're definitely going to be talking about it. It's one of those things, too, like who are you going to main?
I might main Robin because I like the way he teleports around the city. That's just something new and different that you haven't seen in game before. So I think that's why I'm intrigued to maining Robin.
There was some stuff that came out with the Robin with that teleporting. It's because he has access to stuff from the Watchtower.
Oh,
so that's where the teleporting's coming from.
That's awesome.
And then they showed a little of the free roam with everyone having their own bat cycle, which was really cool. Because, I mean, the only motors thing we ever got was the Batmobile in Arkham Knight. So having something that's really, really cool. And then they showed a bit with Batgirl and Robin in the fight against Mr. Freeze. My only gripe about that is that if you've played all the Arkham games, you know how Arkham City, the Mr. Freeze fight's one of the best hailed boss fights ever.
Yes.
So I don't know if they should have picked him for that, because then instantly everyone's comparing that Mr. Freeze to that fight.
Yes, that's immediately what I did. I'm like, I wonder how this is going to be. Like, it was going to be the same as that earlier Mr. Freeze fight. But from the gameplay, it looks like it's just going to be like a straight beat-em-up boss fight. Which I guess.
And then at the end, we saw the Court of Owls. They're going to be a big part of this game. It's going to be the first time they're in any Batman video game. So that's going to be very interesting. So we're probably going to be fighting the Talons. We obviously are just basing this off the trailer. We don't know. But just before we move on, do you think Bruce Wayne's really dead?
I don't know, because at the end of Arkham Knight, if you 100% the game, they have like a little cutscene where you do see like a guy dressed as Batman. So I don't know if that's Bruce Wayne or like someone dressing up as Bruce Wayne. So it'll be very interesting to see if they tie that ending in with Gotham Knights. But reading comics, you never can count a superhero out. So I'm going to say he's probably not dead.
Yeah. And it's hard to say like if it's a continuation of Arkham Knight, because the way it started, you would think that it is. Yes. But then, like, you look at little tidbits when they showed Jason, he had the cross from the Joker. But when he was the Arkham Knight, in the Arkham Knight game, he had a J on his cheek.
Right.
So it's, like, small things like that. And then, like, Commissioner Gordon's dead. It's just, it's weird. It could be, but it couldn't. But then I think they said it could also be, this is DC, it could also be in a whole different universe if things flip. So it's hard to say where that is in continuality, but we're just going to have to wait and see. The only reason I asked if you think if Batman's dead is because just to jump from DC to Marvel, Marvel's Avengers, which comes out in a couple weeks, which we will be on that as well.
Yes, sir.
At the beginning of that, Captain America dies. So, and we both think he's not dead. We both think he's going to be in the game some way, somehow. Mm-hmm. So that's why I asked for that. But yeah, that's probably the trailer I've actually probably watched the most since yesterday.
Same.
So we're just gonna have to wait 2021. Hopefully it comes early 2021. I'm not trying to wait all the way till winter time. That's just
I'm gonna say it comes late Q1, like March. I'm gonna say March is when it comes out.
Yeah, no, we'll go to the other video game that actually is in the Arkhamverse. It's been confirmed. The Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. Rocksteady, who made the Arkham series, Arkham Asylum, Knight, and City, they have been gone since Arkham Knight. It's almost been 4, 6, whatever years.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, we have a reveal of what they've been up to. And it's a game that's focused around the Suicide Squad, and looks like we're going to try and kill the Justice League. More importantly, Superman. So what do you think about that?
I like the trailer. I liked how it wasn't. I mean, I wanted more gameplay, but since it's a teaser trailer because the game's not coming out till 2022, I thought it was funny. You got to see the personalities of the 4 characters you're probably playing: Deadshot, King Shark, Captain Boomerang, and Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. I'm like how I just like the trailer. It makes me excited for what this game could be. It started off devastation in Metropolis. Brainiac is here messing everything up. And then you hear them. They're on a mission from Amanda Waller. You don't know what the mission is. And then you see Superman at the end. You think he's saving someone, but he ends up killing him. And then he has these glowing pink eyes. So he's probably taken over by Brainiac. And then you find out, that's their alpha target. So it's go time.
Yeah, I like the trailer as well. It's like, man, right off the bat, so you got to kill the head. You're going to try and kill the head honcho of DC, Superman. So that's going to be real interesting. And the 4 characters are probably the 4 that we'll get to play with. I guess my only things is that the last DC game that really came out was Injustice 2, which was involved destruction of Metropolis and Brainiac. And this game started with destruction of Metropolis and Brainiac again. So I'm like, I was like, okay, so we're keeping that. And then also we're just like, Superman's evil, which is like, so are we doing the Injustice thing again? Are we dealing with evil Superman again? And I know a lot of people are getting a little pissed about always having an evil Superman because that's not who he is.
Right. Like you said, Injustice 1 and 2 are about evil Superman.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think they could have chose a different villain, but since it's set in the Arkhamverse, I guess it's like a whole new story outside of Injustice. So I get it, but I just would have liked a different main villain if Brainiac was the main villain.
I would also say, since it's in the Arkhamverse, where is it at in time-wise? Is it after Arkham? Is it after Arkham Knight? So is there no Batman in this game anymore? Is it before Arkham Knight? Like, where is it at on the...
In the not Airverse, but...
the Arkhamverse.
Arkhamverse.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to keep up with all the verses. So that's interesting, and that has co-op, as you said. So we're going to be on that. I'm praying that Deathstroke gets to be in this game.
Oh man,
that is the person I am going to main 100% if he's in this game.
I think I might do Deadshot.
Yeah, he's looking real cool. Like Harley Quinn, I've already played with Harley Quinn, like Arkham Knight and like the combat challenges. So much she's different, but Deadshot would be cool. But I'm just praying for Deathstroke, just praying for him.
Yeah, I hope it's not just the 4 that they show in the trailer. I hope you get to play as other potential Suicide Squad members. Not to compare it with the Avenger games that's coming out, but with Avengers you get to play as multiple different Avengers. So I hope with the Suicide Squad game that you get to play as different Suicide Squad characters outside of the 4 that they showed.
Right. All right, let's get back into the movies. We finally saw a full trailer of the Snyder Cut. anyone who knows DC knows the deal with the Snyder Cut. We thought it didn't exist. People said it existed. Execs said it didn't. Zack said it did. And then somehow, some way, release the Snyder Cut became the most trendiest topic in comic culture.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2021, we're getting it. And we saw the first trailer, I guess, for the Snyder Cut. And it started off with Darkseid, which you're already just like, oh, man.
Man. So you know death and destruction is coming.
Yes, death and destruction is coming. I mean, it definitely did enough for me that, like, I'm getting HBO Max just to watch that. Like, There's nothing on HBO Max I want to watch but the Snyder Cut, because I had to see if it was worth all this hassle and all of that for.
I'm excited because watching the trailer, it feels like a different movie than what was released. So I'm excited to see basically what the extra 2 hours, like how the story changes from what was released to what will be released. Like you said, we got to say Darkseid, Black Suit Superman, which I never thought we would see in a movie. So I'm very excited to see what the Snyder Cut is.
Oh yeah, the trailer was good. It did feel different. There were some scenes from the original movie and some like deleted scenes, but it felt real different. I mean, it has all the hype and all the support behind it. It just needs to deliver.
Yeah.
If it doesn't deliver, then it's going to be an extreme disappointment. So we're just going to have to wait and see till 2021, and then and then we finally saw the first trailer for the Batman for Robert Pattinson. And anyone who does not know, Bruce Wayne is my guy. Like, every comic, every movie, like that is my guy. So anytime a new Batman gets announced or a trailer gets there, I don't get too high, I don't get too low, because we've seen a lot of superhero movies that have great trailers then suck, or have terrible trailers then be amazing. But when I watched this trailer with Robert Pattinson and the tone of the movie, I was like, okay, he's not the Twilight boy anymore.
No, he is not.
That was the first thing I got from it. What did you get?
And again, I hate to repeat myself, it was another trailer that I enjoyed. When Robert Pattinson was first announced as the Batman, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Because again, I was comparing him to his Twilight days. But just seeing him in that one scene where he's beating up that gang member, just the brutality.
The GIF made around the world already. That's the top GIF.
The brutality of that, I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be a good movie. And then the guy asks him who he is. He says, I am Vengeance. And I'm like, okay, that is the Batman that we want. Someone just as brutal, take no prisoners. So I'm excited. You get to see little glimpses of Catwoman. And they have like a little fight scene with Catwoman in the movie. I think the main villain might be the Riddler. But we'll see, because I know there's a rumor that he was going to face multiple villains in the movie, which I don't want, because it just reminds me of Spider-Man 3 with the convoluted villain storyline. So I don't want that. But if they do, decide to go that route, I hope they just make it well, and that like each villain gets their shine, basically. But from what I saw, it's going to be a very like dark and gritty movie, and I think it's going to be different from any Batman movies we've ever seen.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be real different. Yeah, Riddler, I think he's a main player in the game. I think Penguin, because I know the rumors, like you've already said, there are going to be multiple villains. With the dude who had the bandaged face, I felt like it was there was some hush action going on, which would be very interesting, since this was supposed to be taking place in like his year 2 of Batman, I think it believes. So that'd be interesting. And seeing him walk through like the police, I'm like, oh man, so he's already buddied up with the cops already accept him, or they just use him as a means. So it'll be very, very interesting. And that movie's not coming out for a bit, but just getting that first trailer to rewatch is going to be some good times. And it's hard. I mean,
yeah,
being Batman is no joke. You saw what it did to Ben Affleck, that he had to step down, but now
but he might be returning.
Yeah, I mean, he's rumored to be in the Flash movie with Michael Keaton too and Ezra Miller. They talked about it. We didn't see a trailer for that one. We just saw some concept art, so there's really not. I mean, we'll have to wait and see till we see the trailer, see what it's about. And then will
say, I did like that full shot of the Batman suit in the trailer, because I know we got like pictures. They're kind of like gritty pictures, but I like that. I like the suit. It looks good.
Yeah, that was really cool. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And that was like, and then that was really the last big movie trailer. They showed Suicide Squad. They showed who everyone was. It wasn't really a trailer.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would have had a trailer. It would have been nice, since it's coming out next year.
Yeah, supposedly. We'll see how with COVID pushing everything back. But it just showed who everyone was, and we're like, okay. Some cast returned, like Margot Robbie's going to be Harley Quinn for as long as she wants.
Yeah, Jai Courtney is back as Captain Boomerang.
Yeah. Viola Davis is going to be Amanda Waller as long as she wants to. I mean, those sponsor. And then you saw people, Edris, John Cena, all those people. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I did wish they would have dropped a trailer, just like with Black Adam. I mean, the Rock's been cast as Black Adam since 2013, and now I guess things are rolling. So he showed some concept art. He basically gave the history of Black Adam for the people who don't know him. So that was cool. I mean, they got The Rock on there, so I'm waiting.
And it's gonna sell because it's The Rock.
Oh yeah. He's an expert marketer. He'll sell. He'll make some money. We'll see if it's any good. Obviously, we got to see. Hopefully, he's in some fights with Shazam, or the rumored having a fight with Superman, because Shazam 2's title is Fury of the Gods, or something of that nature. Okay. So potentially he's fighting Black Adam, or maybe it's Shazam and Superman fighting Black Adam. But I mean, currently, it's not really confirmed if Henry Cavill's coming back.
Right.
Like he left, but then there's rumors that he wants to play Superman. Then there was a thing that said he is going to play Superman. But when these rumors come out with like actors saying this and that and that, I want to hear it from the actor before I officially believe it.
Yes.
Like, if Ben Affleck's coming back, if he dropped the "I am back" bat emoji, I fully believe it. If Superman's saying "I'm back," drop a Superman emoji, I believe it. Yep. Like, I get with the news, like Variety and all those things, but I just want to hear from them, because they could say those things and then something changes next week and they're like, oh, report, he's actually out of the role. So
yep, either that or the director. I would.
And then we also can't not show the Arrowverse love, because the Arrowverse is the reason that the multiverse even exists.
Thank you, Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell, Green Arrow, opening that thing. Man, we're definitely going to have some episodes in the future just talking about the Arrowverse and the impact. But the only Arrowverse TV trailer we got was Flash. There was Arrowverse, obviously, actors and actresses. We saw them all from Black Lightning, Flash, Legends. But the only trailer we got was from Flash. And I don't know. And I understood why Flash was. I mean, technically with Green Arrow done and Stephen Amell done, Greg Gustin and the Flash are the longest running show in the Arrowverse. Season 7. He's technically the leader of the Justice League over there now, and he's the face of the Arrowverse now. So I get why they had the only trailer. But I was looking for trailers from definitely Superman and Lois, because that's the new show coming. Definitely Batwoman, because, New Batwoman. So we need to see how that goes. So those were the two I was looking for. Then the rest were just obviously the normal: Supergirl, Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah. So we saw the Flash trailer. How are you feeling about that?
I've said this multiple times, and I don't understand why Eva is a main villain. I thought season 6 wasn't the greatest Flash season because of who the main villain was. But hopefully season 7 will show her as a badass, taking over the Flash season. But I just didn't get her as a main villain. But they did show Godspeed, so at least they'll have an episode with Godspeed. I'm kind of hoping he's the main villain because they've been teasing it. They're capturing, the fake Godspeed, so who's the real Godspeed? So I'm kind of hoping that he's the main Flash villain because we haven't had a main speedster as a villain for a while. So I'm kind of hoping that they go more towards the Godspeed route and that Eva is like the first half villain. But we'll see. I enjoyed the trailer. I'm glad Chester P is back. I'm glad the team is still here. Hopefully they'll rescue Iris out of the Mirrorverse. But it looks like that clone is still messing with her. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I guess with the trailer and with the Flash in general, they're going to have some things they're going to have to explain where Ralph is gone since that actor is no longer with the show anymore. And then I had to think who season 6 was. And season 6 was that Cicada?
I thought that was season 5.
That was season 5, right. Season 6.
Season 6 was Eva in the Mirrorverse, but I forget who the first half villain was. Oh, it was her husband.
Yep.
Iris was investigating her husband, and then we find out that his wife is trapped in the Mirrorverse, and then one episode we see that, she's controlling the Mirrorverse and all these mirror clones, and we find out she's the main villain trying to get back at her husband, and she finally gets out of the mirror, and then that's where season 6 ends because of coronavirus. They didn't get to finish shooting, so that probably impacted their plans for season 7. So we'll see.
I will say in defense of season 6 and any Arrowverse show that was happening, I mean their villains were throwaways. I mean the end goal was getting to Crisis.
That's true. That's true.
I will say that. I mean, even the first episode of season 6, the Monitor shows up to the time vault, telling him December 10th, it's going down. So that's the only thing I would give because it's hard because because especially with Flash and Arrow, those two shows for the first till Crisis, they were building up towards Crisis.
Yes.
The other shows really weren't. They came in at they were just okay, our Crisis episodes, but those 2 seasons were building up towards Crisis. And then those 2 seasons had the post-Crisis stuff, dealing with it and all that. So, yeah, but the Mirrorverse and the husband, I was just But, I mean, I was there for Crisis. Once Crisis ended, it was hard to be we went from the anti-Monitor to this.
That's true. So, you're bringing up those points. I will give season 6 some credit because they started off with a bang because of the whole Crisis. Mm-hmm. I just wish they kind of would have kept that going. But it's hard to go from the anti-Monitor to Eva.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, hopefully we get some more DC TV trailers sooner rather than.
Yeah, because I need a trailer with the new Batwoman. I need that.
Yeah, we
and then I need them to explain the whole Kate crisis. Why'd she stop being Batwoman? Where is she now? Or is she teaching the new one how to be Batwoman? What's going on?
Yeah, we're definitely when it gets closer to the fall, we're definitely going to be back here with a whole Arrowverse preview. With each show in the Arrowverse, we're definitely going to be talking about what we expect, what we want, what we actually think is going to happen, disappointments from the last seasons, and so forth. And I know Byron has a lot to say about a certain TV show of Sarah Cape.
We're gonna have that cute. That's gonna have to be a whole episode.
And then that was really it from DC Fandome. Besides some pictures, some interviews. Mm-hmm. We already said it went well. It went well. The games are probably one of the biggest things that we're just oh man, we cannot wait for those to happen. With the Rocksteady one, it said 2022, and then I saw at the bottom of PlayStation 5 and Super Xbox. I'm like,
No, that's why we're waiting until 2022.
I said, don't do this to me again, Rocksteady. I had to get a PlayStation 4 for Arkham Knight, so don't make me get a PlayStation 5 to play your game, please. I'm trying to wait a little bit longer.
Well, you have 2 years.
That's true. That's true. Hopefully bugs are out, updates. It's the best performing system ever, and then that's really it. So, I mean, that was it with DC Fandome. Do you have anything else you want to add, want to talk about? I mean...
Not that I can think of. Will say with Black Adam, it's very interesting that they're introducing the Justice Society of America.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems weird that they would be introducing into Black Adam instead of like another movie. Like if they got their own movie, I could see that, but like it just seems like the weird protagonist for Black Adam to be facing.
Yeah, it's weird because it's his movie, so he's going to be the protagonist in his own eyes. But
right.
For anyone who knows Black Adam, he is more anti-hero to villain side. I mean, he's really the arch villain to Shazam. So it's like,
yeah,
it's like, so is he helping the Justice Society? Is he going to be a part of it? Like, is there something else going on? Like, is he really going to be fighting them? Like, we're going to need a full trailer. That's what we're going to need to see. And I know that's the business now that everyone overanalyzes trailers and looks for Easter eggs. Yeah. But we just got to see something. And then we'll be back.
That's a fun thing to do. Just look for Easter eggs and clues. Because I was watching it was a teaser trailer for Black Adam. He was introducing the Justice Society of America, and then at the end he was like, "Oh, they want to teach me like truth and justice, but I want to teach them truth, justice, in the Black Adam way." I'm like, that's actually a pretty good tagline.
We're gonna see. But I think that wraps it up for the L7C podcast on DC Fandome that happened yesterday, Saturday.
Yep, 24 hours.
24 hours ago. Thank you to the leader, Byron, for hopping on. He's definitely going to be on a lot more people. We got a lot more to talk about with the Arrowverse, the WWE.
SummerSlam tonight.
SummerSlam is tonight, 7 p.m. We got our WWE Pick'em belt on the line. I'm currently the champ. We're going to see if I'm the champ the next time we get on. I'm kind of still haven't made my picks yet, and
this is a very hard card to call. Usually I can like, oh yeah, but man, I have no idea.
And for people, we take this intense with the group. We got score sheets out. We have a real belt that gets passed around whoever's champ. So it's a serious thing, but it's all in good fun. But there's some thinking to it. Well, we will see. That's this Sunday at 7 p.m. But, yep, thank you, everybody, listening to the episode of the L7C Podcast, DC Fandome, Byron, and we will be talking to you guys soon.
See you guys.
Bye.